We had some nice fall weather days this week. Right recently, I was like, yes. Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Great matchup for you tonight. The Downingtown West Whippets playing host to the Coatesville Red Raiders in Chesmont National Division play. I am Mikey Dunn, joined, of course, by Carl Rudman. Carl, tell us about this very talented Red Raider team.
Yes, Mikey, the Coatesville Red Raiders, 2-1 this season, are coached by Mike Ortega, led by a great group of offensive weapons, starting with sophomore quarterback Ricky Ortega, who has the ability to run and throw the football. Then you have the dynamic duo, the two young brothers, Aaron, the great junior tailback, who had 5 touchdowns last week against Reading and ran for 187 yards on 14 carries. Then his brother Avery Young, a senior wideout, can be as dangerous as his brother catching the football. They also have an outstanding wide receiver in Dupree Bryant. Lots of weapons to choose from, Mikey. That's Matt Ortega, the coach, not Mike. Sorry.
And these two schools, Carl, have played each other so many times over the years. Coatesville leading the all-time series, 60 wins to Downingtown's 51 wins. There's 6 ties. Since Downingtown split into 2 schools, they lead the all-time series 8-7, including winning last year 48-9. This is a Downingtown West team that we will talk about after we have the national anthem as played by the Downingtown West Marching Band. As usual, the Downingtown West Marching Band doing a great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. We just heard the band. Now it's time to talk about the football team. That's right, the Downingtown West Whippets, coached by head coach Mike Milano. Last year, a down season for the Whippets. They went 4-6 and missed the playoffs, but they're 2-1 this season. They play the same 3 teams they opened the season with last year, Carl, where they lost those 3. And I was reading a quote from one of their players. It was T.J. Simmons. He said that they wanted to win 2 of the first 3 games to get a good attitude going into Chesmont League play. They lost the opening game of the season 38-0 at Perkiomen Valley. It's the first time they'd lost back-to-back season openers since the 04-05 season. They punted their first 6 drives of the game. Not a good way to start, no matter who you're playing. Will Howard did throw for 202 yards. That is the Whippet quarterback. They did play several younger players in that game, but as Coach Milano said, that's no excuse. We'll talk a little bit more about their second and third game of the season, but we're getting ready to kick off here at Kottmeyer Stadium. Again, it's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Downingtown West Whippets, Coatesville Red Raiders. Should be a good one, Carl.
Expect a lot of dynamite action here, Mikey. A lot of offensive weapons on both teams.
The kicker for Downingtown West, Massimo Biscardi, has generated some interest for some colleges to kick for them. He's got a very strong leg. As you can see, Carl, he kicks it in the end zone. We've seen some games where the kicker can't even get it to the 10, and in high school, ball goes to the end zone, automatic touchback. As you said, the Red Raiders led by sophomore quarterback Ricky Ortega, the coach's son. He is very talented, put up some great numbers already this season. And, of course, you have the young brothers, Aaron and Avery. Avery already committed to going to Rutgers. Aaron getting a lot of Division I interest. And then, as you said, Dupree Bryant, also a very talented wide receiver. So many options for them. Bryant, 14 catches, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns this year. And as you said, he's a big play guy. 18.6 yards per catch. He also had a rushing touchdown this season for 41 yards. But the main man to look out for, Aaron Young, the running back. They're already talking about him as being the greatest Coatesville running back ever, which is saying something. His first 2 seasons, the yardage total he had, over 2,200 yards, and he had 5 games last year where he had less than 10 carries because it was a blowout. So, Carl, what do the Whippets need to do to try and stop this talented team in general, as the refs look like they're finally getting ready to play here?
Yeah, well, quickly, Mikey, obviously the line of scrimmage is the important battle here. The defensive line needs to get some penetration here and stop Coatesville from getting started real quickly. Looks like we have a penalty already, and I'm not too sure why, Mikey, but it's a 10-yard penalty against Coatesville.
I'm not sure either. It had to have been something before this. Still didn't quite hear what the PA announcer said, but I mean, it had to be a penalty that occurred after the kickoff, because you wouldn't have a first and 20 if it was a penalty during the kickoff. It would be a first and 10 from whatever location they're at. Oh. No, you know what? It actually was. They're moving the chains now. So it is first and 10. It had to have been something from the kickoff.
Yes, first and 10.
They moved the chains a little late there, trying to confuse us. First play of the game, run up the middle. Gain of 5 on the play.
Again, the strong running by Aaron Young. Didn't have a lot of room there, but you can see the power he generates just by moving his legs, Mikey, and he never stops moving his legs. And you'll see that throughout the whole night.
If you're Downingtown West, are you happy that Young had 5 touchdowns last week because he finally got going this year and you just knew it was going to happen at some point? Or are you worried, oh no, he got going? That's Avery Young taking the jet sweep to the outside. That's going to be a first down for the Red Raiders.
Interesting look here, Mikey, as right now the quarterback is Aaron Young, and he just handed the ball to his brother. 2 talented running backs who can carry the load for the team.
This is a West defense that gives up 28 points per game, 173 rushing yards a game, but Coatesville offensively is averaging 207 yards rushing per game. So it's a strength versus a weakness. That's Young with the carry. He tries to make a man miss, but great job by Evan Richard with the tackle.
A lot of gang tackling on that play because Evan held him, Mikey, down so the other guys could tackle him, because almost impossible to bring Aaron down with just one person.
But it's a nice job. Young cut back, but Richard was able to hold on to him, as you said, providing help so that way the rest of his team can come up. That's what you need to do, whatever it takes. To quote the late Al Davis, just win. So whatever they need to do to win, they will do. Second and 10, Coatesville. Ball in the 23. Ortega drops back the pass. Sees a little bit of pressure. He's going to roll out. He's got great foot speed. And as he's taken down from behind, that's going to be a sack. Nice pursuit by the Whippets, but the best part of that play, if you're a Whippet fan, fantastic coverage by the defensive backs.
That's right, Mikey. That's what I was going to say also. The great protection there, but he had nowhere to throw the football. And then they didn't, he could run for a touchdown from there. And they did a great job of containing him and tackling him.
If he didn't do that little pump fake, maybe he could have gained a couple yards. Instead, it's a 1-yard loss, 3rd and 11 for Coatesville. A ball on their own 22 will be huge for the Whippets to get a stop on this opening drive. They gave up 1 first down, but if they can get off the field here, Coach Milano would be very happy. Ortega drops back the pass. Great job by the offensive line again. Pass is intended for and complete to Mekhi Alexander. And Carl, he had a huge step on the defense, and then we had to wait for the ball. He turned around, waited, caught it. By the time the ball finally got there, that's where the defensive back was. That's the speed of Coatesville.
Yeah, and again, another weapon for Coatesville. And again, he had a tremendous jump on the cornerback there and safeties, and the throw was underthrown, but it still got there in time for a big play for Coatesville.
Yeah, to give a little insight of what we do as broadcasters, we highlight players to look at before the game. Finish that point in just a moment. Ortega takes it himself. Just avoiding tacklers, spins off of one, jukes out another. What a play by Ortega.
Just a gifted quarterback running back, Mike. He was dodging like a dancer there. He didn't break tackles, but he eluded tacklers by his moves.
9 carries for 96 yards and a touchdown last week. To get back to that previous big pass play, we were talking about, look at the young brothers, Ortega and Bryant. And I was looking, I said, wait a minute, Alexander, I remember him. He's very talented as well. So not surprised to see him get that big reception that he had. 1st and 10, Coatesville, ball in the Whippet 18. Aaron Young with the carry. Have to remember to specify which Young, since there is 2 of them. Sometimes you see 2 brothers on the same team, but one of them might not get the ball as much. But Avery gets it less than Aaron, but Avery very talented. And this is a Coatesville team that won the Chesmont National Division last year. Some people thought they were ahead of schedule because they had so many young players, but it was just more experience for this team. They fell to North Penn last year in the playoffs. Wildcat formation. Aaron Young takes it. Whippet defense, another situation where it's can they get off the field on 3rd down? 3rd and 4, Carl.
D-West did a pretty good job there on those 2 plays, Mikey, holding him to relatively low yardage for him and putting up a situation where maybe they could stop him on this play. But I'm sure Ricky Ortega and Coach Matt Ortega have something up their sleeve here.
And it is a deflected pass. Great job. Want to say that was deflected by Max Hale.
Max Hale is correct, Mikey. Great play by Max Hale. And I'm pretty sure Coatesville will go for it on this play, but if you can get another play like Max Hale just did there, maybe they can get him off the field.
The problem is with the talent that Coatesville has, a 4th and 5 is definitely something they can pick up, but the Whippet defense has made some very strong plays on this drive. 4th and 5, ball on the 13, opening drive of the game. Pass is complete to Aaron Young. That was almost too easy. He ran a yard pass where he needed to get. Caught the ball, had the first down. It's a hard play to cover because he's such a talented player.
Yeah, correct, Mikey. It's Downingtown West did a good job, but again, the talent level of this Coatesville team is so tremendous that it's hard to stop a play like that.
A lot of candidates for the D'Ambrosio Auto Group Player of the Game tonight. That's Young taking himself up the middle, and he's going to go in for the 5-yard touchdown. Aaron Young lined up at quarterback, took it himself, met with a little bit of resistance, spun off a would-be tackler, and he gets the Red Raiders on the board. 7:26 to go in the first quarter. Carl, Downingtown West showed what they needed to do to try and stop Coatesville in this game, but it just wasn't enough.
No, again, that big pass play set up this drive for the touchdown here because they had him at 3rd and 11, and they were able to convert that into a big play.
Coatesville attempts the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. Red Raiders take the early 7-0 lead as Patrick Mahalik boots that ball through. We'll be right back with the Downingtown West possible answer after this word from the D'Ambrosio Auto Group.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
So can the Whippets answer, Carl? As we said, they got Coatesville in a couple of 3rd downs, even having a 4th and 5, but it wasn't enough to stop them. Downingtown, a little trickeration on the return. Ball gets handed to Evan Richard.
Penalty flag.
Yeah, 2 flags down there. And it is, as expected, on the Whippets. Very rarely on a kickoff do you see it be on the kicking team.
Like never.
So just like Coatesville, Downingtown's going to start 1st and 10, backed up deep in their own territory, and broken play to start for the Whippets. Nice job by the Red Raider defense.
Yeah, it was Andrew Ciliberto on the carry, Mikey, just for a yard.
Will Howard, for Downingtown West, loses 4 yards on the play.
2nd and 14 for the Whippets. One thing you do not want to do against the Coatesville team is give them the ball back in your own territory. Rolling out is Howard, the quarterback. And that ball looked like it was intended for Coatesville player as it bounced off of C.J. Brown.
Yeah, Charles Brown there almost had the interception, Mikey. That would have really been bad. It was a good-looking play, but I don't think that's where Will Howard wanted to throw it to.
Howard's put up some decent numbers this year. Howard is a sophomore in their victory against Wayne Valley in the 2nd week of the season. In the second half, he went 9 for 9. 3rd and 14. Howard back in his own end zone. And that is intercepted, and that's going to go in for a touchdown, Coatesville. I do not know what that young man was thinking as he had 2 open wide receivers, one near the sideline. Instead, he throws it into the middle of the field right where there were several Coatesville players. And that's going to give the Red Raiders a 2-score lead with 6:32 to go in the 1st quarter. Carl, it was Tion Holmes there.
Tion Holmes, number 11, Mikey, that made the interception. On that play, as I saw it develop, I saw trouble as all the Coatesville guys kind of backed up, and they were all had their eyes on the quarterback, almost all their players.
Owen Landis, though, was open at the 5-yard line with room to go up the sideline, but the quarterback, Howard, was just looking right in the middle of the field. I don't know. I mean, obviously there was pressure as a sideline warning has been issued to Coatesville, but they're fired up. They just got a 2-possession lead. Again, it's a young quarterback, but he had Landis open and at least one other player. Not the start that Downingtown West fans wanted, especially after the way this game went last year with Coatesville winning 48-9. Kick is up, and it is good. Coatesville with the 14-0 lead. 6:32 to go in the first quarter. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. And Carl, whether you're looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, go to 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown or call 484-593-0481. We'll see you there. Well, for any quarterback, Carl, especially a young one, you got to forget the previous play, whether it was a good play or a bad play. They got to come out here and they just got to forget that happened, not worry about the score right now, not pressure themselves too much. Just go out here and have a good drive.
I agree. They got to relax and play some football, Mikey, and enjoy themselves. Don't worry about the score because, if you start to tense up and, that's going to make it just worse because they can easily get blown out by this team. But I think they came to play tonight, so I believe we still may have a game. So let's see what happens.
They touched both opponents the first 2 weeks of the season. That is Dan Burns on the return. He kind of took a slow approach as he was running up the field, just waiting to see where his blockers got him holes. He ends up with the ball at the 19 as Downingtown West tries to answer. Coatesville getting touched on their first offensive and defensive possession of the game.
16-yard return. It'll be first down on the 19-yard line.
As the Coatesville student section doing the "We Can't Hear You" chant already. It's a fun rivalry, Carl.
It sure is, Mikey.
Remember a game a couple years ago, the Coatesville fans started chanting "You can't do that" when there was a penalty, and then every time Coatesville got a penalty the rest of the game, the Downingtown students did it. And there's a fumble, and Coatesville has fallen on it. Disastrous start for the Whippets.
It was Andrew Ciliberto fumbling the football, Mikey, there, and he just popped right out of his hand. So I guess they didn't listen to my heat to relax and just play some football because he just coughed it up.
Philly.com had this game as being a 46-23 Coatesville victory. If Downingtown can't hold on to the football, it's going to be worse than that. But the Whippet defense needs to buckle down and try and hold them to just a field goal attempt. Man in motion. Young gets the carry. This is a Downingtown defense that has forced some turnovers this year. They've forced one fumble, got 4 interceptions. The Coatesville defense, they already forced 2 turnovers tonight. Before this game, they'd forced 5 fumbles and got 4 interceptions. So add 1 more to that total for each of those. 5:50 to go, first quarter. Coatesville with the 14-0 lead. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week, ChesmontFootball.com. Ortega drops back the pass. Pass is completed. What a huge hit. Oh, they're going to call a penalty on that. I have a big problem with that, Carl. There was nothing dirty about that hit. It was not helmet to helmet. How else are you supposed to tackle?
That was just a great tackle there, Mikey, and that's just the wrong call there. That's the wrong call. It was a great hit, and anymore you see great hits now that are legal, and they just call it anyway. So that was that was Tyreek Lewis that made that hit. Tyreek Lewis.
As you see Downingtown, members of the Downingtown coaching staff just holding their hands up like, what are you doing there? How else are you supposed to hit? If you don't go and you wrap up, then you're not going to make the tackle. So Coatesville, not needing any help, gets a call there from the officials. As a football fan, Carl, that type of penalty offends me.
I agree.
First and goal from the 7 for Coatesville. Shotgun formation. So there's some arm fighting in the end zone, and that ball was caught. What a grab on the play. Avery Young, he looked like Odell Beckham there, jumping up, waking the one-handed grab. 20-0, Carl.
Yeah, that was just an Alshon Jeffrey type play. You just throw it up to him, and he's going to come down with the football, Mikey, 99% of the time.
I saw him go up. I saw it go in his hand. I'm thinking, all right, what's he going to do with his feet? And as soon as I saw that foot touch, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Rutgers is a team that's struggled the last couple years, but they got a talent coming next season in Avery Young. The extra point is up, and it is good, giving Coatesville the early 21-0 lead. We'll be back after this word from Miller's Insurance.
Protect your family for today and a lifetime of tomorrows. Life insurance from Miller's Insurance Agency, serving our Chester County community since 1975 and a partner with Erie Insurance. Above all, in service. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Life Insurance. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
And we are back at Kampmeyer Stadium. It's a happy Coatesville fan base. As you can see, the brave dancing and the cheerleaders cheering on their team. They have a 21-0 lead. And Carl, during that break, we were talking again about that hit. Not sure if it would have made a difference, but that in my mind was a textbook tackle. Just because there was a sound when he made the hit doesn't mean it was not a legal hit. Downingtown faking the exchange on the return. Coatesville wasn't buying it. They're going to get better field position than the last drive by 2 yards. They're going to start off the ball on their own 22-yard line. Whippets do like doing a lot of trick plays. Maybe they try and bring one out here just to get their team fired up. But the Coatesville defense has been gifted 2 turnovers. The interception was thrown right to a player, although it was good pressure by the Red Raiders, and then the fumble just went right to him. That is Landis with the carry. No room to run. Pickup of 1 yard there, Carl.
Yeah, it went off tackle. I mean, they got to do something here to gain some first downs. That's a start. Let's see if they can do better on the next run.
The name I was reading the most besides Will Howard was Josh Willenbrock. They don't have the playmakers that Coatesville does, but they have guys that can make plays. A little toss play, but just the team defensive speed of Coatesville. Nice job there to get a decent gain was Owen Landis. Carl, I thought he was going to get stopped after a gain of 1, so yeah. Nice job by that young man, the junior 5'8" running back.
Good running by him, and it set up a reasonable 3rd and 3 here, Mikey.
Which, if you're a member of Whippet Nation, you need your team to pick it up here. You don't want to give the ball back to Coatesville. And we can hear the Coatesville fans from this side of the field, Carl. Oh,
he hit his helmet.
That was hands to the helmet there. I'm kind of taken aback. We saw a very nice tackle flagged for a penalty, but we saw a direct hit to the helmet not called, and there's no flag. I'm not really sure what to see, but it's a Whippet first down.
Obviously, that's their first of the game, Mikey.
1st and 10, ball on the 32, man in motion. And it is a trick play. It is a reverse. But it was a very sloppily done reverse. It was done slowly. The players almost ran into each other. And by the time they went to run forward, there was 3 Red Raiders there.
Yeah, that clearly did not work, Mikey, as the Red Raiders had that smelled out. Then, like you said, there's no timing to that play, so it just laid in the background like a dead egg there.
And this is a Red Raider defense, much like the offense, has a lot of speed. So if you have a slow developing play, you're going to have some trouble. But there's an open receiver in the middle of the field. That pass is complete to Josh Willenbrock. Carl, I just brought him up. They beat me to the punch. I was going to say their best chances for a successful play is going to be in the passing game, something down the field. And Willenbrock, great route right up the seam.
Yeah, surprised he was able to get that wide open because right now he would be the only player, I believe, on their team that could make a really big play like that, Mikey.
Now Downingtown West has gotten a sideline warning, so the next time either team gets warned by the officials, well, it won't be a warning, it'll be a penalty.
That delay of game or?
I think it'll just be a sideline infraction.
Sideline infraction.
Interesting to see both teams get it, but both teams have done it after a big play for their team. 1st and 10 for the Whippets, ball on the 35. Landis in motion, he gets the carry. Another good hard run for him. He's not going to have enough for the first down, but pick up a 7. Nice tackle, though, as he was kind of thrown down.
Yeah, well, you know, he's going to keep moving his legs also, so if you don't bring him down hard, he's going to keep going.
This is a drive, though, they need to finish. They've gotten a couple nice plays, but watch out for that Coatesville defense, Carl. They're looking to get another interception. They're ball hawks. Dropping back the pass. That pass
Tip.
deflected. Diving for the ball was Shamar Hall. And it's another 3rd and 3, just like they had earlier in the drive. They need to pick it up, although I do believe they'd go for it on 4th down if they don't lose any yardage here.
Right.
Since they've had a couple nice runs, did they try and do something play action, or because of the team's speed on defense, do they shy away from that? 3rd and 3, ball on the 28, 2:10 to go in the first quarter.
Oh.
And that's Howard taking it himself. And nobody from Coatesville believed that ball was going to be given to Landis. Several players there leading them. Alex Ramondo.
Yeah, unfortunately he didn't read that play right because he should have given it to Landis, who would have gotten big gain. So his read was wrong, and therefore the play was a disaster, unfortunately. And now they're going to have a 4th and 3.
Howard 6'5", 205, so not really a guy you're expecting to run it, so maybe they thought they were going to trick him there in some way. As we do have a timeout on the field called by Coatesville. 1:31 to go in the first quarter. Coatesville leads Downingtown West 21-0. Chesmont Game of the Week is brought to you by Barnabas Westchester. That's right, Barnabas is a group that exists to help people who are involved in some sort of career transition. Whether you're unemployed, underemployed, returning to the workplace after a long absence, or maybe just thinking about switching careers, we're here to help you. Barnabas Westchester meets in the community room of Providence Church, located at 430 Hannam Avenue in Westchester, every Monday morning from 6:30 to 7:30. Everyone is welcome to attend. For more information, go to barnabaswc.org or email us at info@barnabas.org. Carl, when you are trailing in a game by this much, every play call is huge. And as you said, I don't know if that was a design quarterback run or if it was just him making the wrong read. As we said, he is a very young quarterback, just in 10th grade. He needs to come out here, as we said, just forget about the previous play, make a good play here. 4th and 3. That's a false start. Going early was Braden Williams for the Whippets. The Whippets usually do a lot of pre-snap motion. They had a guy in motion there. It was Willenbrock, and it was Williams eager to run that play. It's going to make it 4th and 8. A lot less manageable.
Yeah, but, even early in the game, it's kind of a must-go game. You don't have a field goal kicker and kick 50-yard field goals, so.
4th and 8, ball on the 33. Whippets trail by 21. That pass is incomplete, and even if it was complete, Siliberto was going to be nailed.
Siliberto's having a tough night, Mikey. But like you said, he was going to be tackled on that play, and there was people behind him. So that was not a play designed to get your first down, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do against this defense. They had some nice plays there, But trouble on third down, a penalty on fourth down.
Well, the big play was getting it to Willenbrook on that long pass, so that got him down there, but unfortunately they weren't able to convert. Now they have to stop Coatesville here. Pretty tough thing to do.
Aaron Young with the carry. You know, I'm curious as to what the play call would have been on that 4th and 3 before the false start. Were they maybe looking to go to Willenbrook? But as you said, the Whippet defense on the field needing to get a stop. Coatesville would love to add another touchdown on this drive. That's one thing for the for teams that are always successful. They get out the big leads, and then they're able to get their backups in early to get them experience for when the older players graduate. That looked like a false start, and it is a false start. So Coatesville loses 5 yards, but the way their offense has been tonight, they can pick that back up quite quickly.
You know, make it away, Avery Young runs, Aaron Young runs. I see a bright future for him in college and possibly pro football, Mikey.
I mean, he's 5'11", so he's not small. Ortega drops back the pass. His receiver has a half a step. I don't know how that was caught. That was Dupree Bryant. He's going to go in for the score. 67 yards. Great coverage, but the defensive back was not looking for the ball, was just putting his hands up, and Bryant never lost the ball. Makes the grab, runs in for the score, and I see some disappointed faces on the Whippets sideline, but hard to be, sure of what you can do to stop this Red Raider offense.
That was just perfection. Perfect pass.
It was perfect coverage as well.
Very good coverage, but you got to give
Bryant credit.
Dupree Bryant credit. I mean, because he never stopped running, number one, and number two, he kept his eye on the ball all the way through to his hands, even though he was covered pretty well. So I didn't give Ortega credit for what a throw. I'll tell you that. Hard to believe they lost the game.
Mahalik true on the extra point. He's 4 for 4 on extra points tonight. Coatesville with the 28-0 lead. We'll be back after this word from Chester County Transmission. We'll hear from our friends from Chester County Transmissions after this kickoff and probably about one play from the Whippets. Play that they're going to need to be big because they just had a decent drive that ended in a turnover on downs. Coatesville just had another phenomenal play. How do we pick a Team Ambrosio Auto Group Player of the Week, Carl? Because they have Aaron Young making big plays, Avery Young making a one-handed, one-footed catch in the end zone, and then you have Dupree Bryant making a great catch, great concentration after a phenomenal throw by Ricky Ortega. And I think that the return man for the Whippets, who was Braden Williams, forgot that you can't return it when you catch the ball in the end zone. But, hey, I understand. He wants to get going. He wants to try and get his boys some points. 28-0 is your score, Carl. We talked before the game. We were saying we were thinking it was going to be a Coatesville victory tonight. But we also said Downingtown's played some really tough teams this year, so they have a puncher's chance. What can they do? I mean, obviously a touchdown in this drive is necessary to keep them in this game.
You can tell that with Coatesville, it's speed kills, and they're just killing them with their speed and also their strength. And they have so many weapons, it's just almost impossible to stop.
Howard drop out the pass, and he is sacked. He was looking for Willenbrock down the field again.
Jimmy Limper made that sack. Big play by him.
And I do believe that's going to do it for the first quarter here as the Whippets are still in the huddle. As there's just 5 seconds left on the game clock. And that is going to do it for our first quarter. All Red Raiders. Coatesville leads Downingtown West 28-0. We'll be back with second quarter action after this word from Chester County Transmissions.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
And we are back at Compmeyer Stadium. Mikey Dunn joined by Carl Rundman. It's the Chesmont Game of the Week, and right now it's been the Coatesville Game of the Week, the way they have played. Hey, folks, this second quarter brought to you by the Lincoln Diner. That's right, Lincoln Diner. You mentioned seeing the ad on this week's broadcast, and you go there during this upcoming week, you get 10% off your meal. I moved recently, Carl. My parents were helping me out, say, hey, let's go to the Lincoln Diner. I had some great food there. I went, got a roast beef platter. Carl, I always finish every meal. They gave me so much food, I had to bring it home to have for lunch the next day. Delicious, and of course, it's a diner. Who doesn't love getting bacon and eggs whenever they want to? So the Lincoln Diner, located at 1202 West Lincoln Highway. To reach them at 610-880-6662. Toss play. Swarming defense by the Red Raiders.
Well, Slowbird at least held on to the football there, Mikey. So that's good.
3rd and 19. As we said, it's been a nightmare game thus far for the Whippets. They're down 28-0. They have a 3rd and 19, and it's on their own 11. So unless there's a big play here, they're going to be giving the ball right back to Coatesville. Man in motion. Howard drops back to pass. Screen pass. That is Owen Landis.
Nice play. I mean, they probably weren't going to make the first down, but that's about the best they could do there.
Pickup of 8 on the play. So the Whippets will have to punt. Carl, this is going to be a game where I do believe I'm not going to have a need, aside from saying it right now, to say you've got to be sound in the kicking game because of this game being out of hand already. Whippets need to maybe make a play here on special teams. Can they force a fumble? Can the defense force a turnover?
They're going to need some kind of positive play, Mikey, if they want to get back in this game. Short kick.
And it bounces back. Coatesville's going to start off on the Whippet.
There's a flag on the play too, Mikey.
Oh.
25-yard punt. It'll be 1st and 10 Coatesville.
It's going to be holding. Let's see what it's against. It is against Coatesville. It's going to be holding. It's going to bring him back 10 yards, Mikey.
To give you a score update, Carl,
Yes.
Unionville, who we saw last week, leading their game 22-6. They had a safety, which made it. Well, it said 15-7. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so basically Unionville is winning their game as we're getting a score update that was not completely up to date. But hey, saw that score on Twitter. If you're a Downingtown West fan, you're feeling a little down right now, follow us on Twitter. Send us a tweet tonight. You can win a Downingtown West T-shirt. Take a drop back to pass. His man has a step off the fingertips of his intended target.
Wow.
That was Avery Young.
I tell you what, Mr. Ortega has a heck of an arm. That was just a beautifully thrown ball. And Avery just missed that one. It was almost another great, perfect play. And they just missed connecting for another score. They are so dangerous, a team with so many weapons.
Yeah, it's, as you said, I don't know how they lost. I don't know if it's because the team they went up against was that good or if it was just an off night, but reading the stats, it didn't sound like Coatesville played too poorly. That's Ortega with the run up the middle. And looking at the game they lost, the biggest problem I'd have to say, they had 15 penalties for 128 yards, but they forced 4 turnovers.
Right, they won the turnover battle but lost the game on penalties, and then they lost it in the last second of the game too. So they were winning most of that game.
And I do believe that was that game on the road, Carl.
Yes, it was.
That's Ortega taking himself. He's going to get enough for the first down. Move the sticks, Coatesville. First and 10, ball on the 45, 9:40 to go. And Carl, unless Downingtown can start getting some stops, we might be seeing the mercy rule tonight, which is if you're up by 35 in the second half, we have a running clock, but Whippets have some pride. They're going to try and get the stop, and there's a great job up the middle with the pressure, getting the sack to John Wilson.
I guess that's our first positive or second positive play of the game for Downingtown. First defensively there. That's a big play.
As we said, these guys have pride. Coatesville is a hated rival. Ever since the Downingtown split into two schools, it's kind of been Downingtown West and Downingtown East have been more of a rival, but there's a lot of people remember Downingtown and Coatesville being bitter rivals. 2nd and 18. Ortega rolls out to pass. He's got an open target and doing a great job getting yards. After the catch was Summers, 6'3" senior receiver.
So many weapons, Mikey. Just a simple play. He breaks a tackle. Good tackle there by Downingtown to at least keep them from getting the first down. But now they have a manageable third down.
Yeah, 3rd and 3. You don't expect them to pick up 15 yards on that play.
Yeah, and they could even go for it on 4th down if they want.
That's Young with the carry, but he is met.
There you go.
He's not brought down right away, but it gives several Whippets a chance to come up and help. I didn't catch the number of the guy that made the initial hit, but that's twice a Whippet player had good pressure up the middle on this drive. 4th and 6. I do believe they're going to punt, Carl, in part because it's 4th and 7, actually. It is 7 yards. They don't want to do anything to try and give Downingtown West any momentum beyond getting them off the field.
Yeah, good job on that play. You need 4 or 5 guys to tackle him, but they did, and that's how you stop them.
But they need several good things in a row. They just got to stop on defense. They need the offense to have a good touchdown scoring drive. That's how you get back into a game. Hey, the student section's still getting into it. The band is going. You got the, as I pointed out before the game, Carl, they had the kids with the watermelon helmets on, which I always enjoy. Penalty on Coatesville. Back them up 5 yards. Give them a little bit more room to punt so it's not a touchback, perhaps. 7:27 to go here in the first half. This second quarter brought to you by the Lincoln Diner. Again, mentioned seeing the ad on this week's broadcast this coming week. Get 10% off your meal. And it's a short kick. Doesn't really take a bounce for either team. Was that touched by a Red Raider player at the 30? I believe it was. Going to be good field position for Downingtown West coming off their defense, getting a stop. The Chesmont Game of the Week, Carl, brought to you by your local State Farm agent. That's right, Will L. Anderson. Go to him for homeowners insurance, car insurance. He's located right in Downingtown, 38 West Lancaster Avenue. You can reach him at 610-873-9957 or go to willieanderson.net. Like your good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like your good neighbor, Will L. Anderson is there. That's Landis with the carry.
Good containment by the Coatesville defense there as they stayed in their lanes and let him come to him.
Landis carries the football. Brown on the tackle. Gain of
2. And Carl, for the viewers at home, we are a little slow at saying some things. We are in the possessed press box at Downingtown West, the room where the lights just randomly go off. But hey, we're prepared this year. We got some lights.
Yes, it's good to be able to see, Mikey.
In all honesty, though, this is probably the nicest stadium in Chesmont. No offense to other stadiums, but it's a huge home section, huge visitor section, big press box. The old stadium was a nice stadium, but Meyer Stadium, home of the Whippets and the Cougars, great stadium. And there's always a great atmosphere. As you see, the Coatesville fans coming out full force tonight. The Whippet fans, they're down 28. They're still making noise. Howard drops back. The pass is complete to Ciliberto. Nice job taking the legs out. Was the defense.
Yeah, that was tackled by Shamar. Excellent tackle there, Mikey, as he cut his legs out. They gave him no chance.
Yeah, Shamar Hall, the 5'6" defensive back.
Shamar Hall, yep.
He's a sophomore. I mean, this is a young team except for Summers, Avery Young. I mean, there's a couple other seniors, but this is a team that's going to be good for a very long time.
Well, at least 2 more years with Ricky Ortega there.
And again, he's the coach's son, so he can get some extra practice in, some extra coaching.
Right.
And that is Aaron Young on the return. Coatesville's going to get great field position again. This drive is going to start on their own 39. 5:17 to go in the first half. Red Raiders with the 28-0 lead. We'll be back after this word from the Chester County Air Show.
Mike, what is going to go on at the air show on October the 7th?
We've got all type of aircraft on display. This year, I think we're going to have more of a military presence on the field with some of the military aircraft from surrounding areas. And of course, the whole area out in front of the tarmac is closed off for the public to go out and walk around.
Don't forget, October the 7th, Chester County Airport. Mike's going to be here serving. You can even sign up to learn how to fly.
And we are back at Kottmeyer Stadium, and Ricky Ortega doing his best Carson Wentz impersonation as he was running around in the backfield just eluding the defense. He just threw it up, and it was a completed pass. He just kind of threw it up as a receiver. It came back to the ball. I don't know how the receiver was able to get that, but great job diving, making the grab.
Dante Cruz.
Pickup of 9 on what could have been a huge loss. And a lot of running room for Aaron Young. Easily getting the first down. There was no Whippet within, 12 yards of him?
Yeah, you could tell that was going to be troubles as soon as he got the ball. You see all that open room. I think it's a good job to get him down there at the 36.
The Whippet defense has to be disappointed. They were very close to getting a sack, and then it ended up being a 9-yard gain. And then Young does what he does best. He makes big plays. 1st and 10, ball on the Whippet 36. The Red Raiders looking to add to their lead. Ortega takes himself up the middle.
He's excellent on that play, Mikey. That fake, he always executes it perfectly. Good job by Downingtown West there.
Just going with the theme of the team, just so much speed at the quarterback position, wide receiver, running back. On defense, the linebackers, the defensive linemen, everybody just its overall speed. 2nd and 8, ball on the 34. Take it, dropping back the pass. That's going to be another Red Raider first down. Pass complete to Summers. Actually, I believe I'm wrong there. I think that was Alexander. Excuse me. Avery Young.
It was Avery Young. It's funny because I thought it was Summers.
Yeah, I thought it was Summers as well. It was on the far side of the field.
Number 3.
I'm looking at our monitor in the booth. I'm pretty sure that was Summers, but I was giving the benefit of the doubt to the rest of the gentlemen in the press box, but I'm pretty sure that was Summers. We'll just say another great job by a Coatesville player. That ball's thrown up to the end zone. Unable to make a one-handed catch there was Summers.
Tell us a little bit about you.
2nd and 10, ball on the 25. I mean, it would just be a moral victory, but if the Whippets can stop them on back-to-back drives, give them some confidence going into halftime. And coming up at halftime, we're going to have some halftime adjustments by Dr. Mario A. Spotto, your local chiropractor. A lot of adjustments are going to need to be done. And Ortega just throws off would-be tacklers. He's still going. And I thought that was a block in the back, but instead it's going to be a touchdown for the Red Raiders. Ricky Ortega with the 25-yard run. Oh, and there is the flag. Ref on the far side of the field calling it. Although it's not the ref that was near the block in the back that I thought I saw.
This is coming back.
Yeah, there was a blatant block in the back there. Still, it would have been a first down run even without a penalty. It's going to bring up second and long. Call it second and 25.
No problem, Mikey.
Now they called the hold there, so it was not a flag for the block in the back.
See how they have Avery Young here out behind, right behind Cruz there.
Ortega all the time in the world to throw it up.
Wide open.
And that is Aaron Young with as easy as a touchdown as you will see. There was two men trying to cover him. He had 5 yards on both of them. That's going to give Coatesville the 34-0 lead. Second and 25, as you said, no problem.
No problem at all. They had Cruz out on the flat there with Avery Young behind him, and it looked like a decoy. And I think it was a decoy because they sent Aaron Young up the middle. And, again, he has great speed. He could be a wide receiver also. Mike, he'd be anything he wants to be. And he's a man among boys here. He's ready for college football right now, Mikey.
And he's just a junior.
Right.
The extra point is up, and it is good. Coatesville adds on to their lead, 35-0, 2:39 to go in the first half. The Chesmont Game of the Week is brought to you by SWI. That's right, SWI Service Wholesale Incorporated. They're located at 4810 Horseshoe Pike in Downingtown. They're your place to go for building materials and products. They supply quality materials to building, construction, remodeling, and lumber industries. Their motto is service with integrity, and you can reach them at 610-5187. Carl, not really much to say except for something you said during one of our commercials break. It's men against boys right now.
Yeah, I mean, and if you want my, because I don't know what's going to happen in the second half. If Coatesville calls off their first team players, or some of them, I would give the player of the game to Ricky Ortega. The man could do everything, and he's been absolutely terrific passing the football also.
Whippets with a decent return there. They're going to try to put some points up before the half, just as a point of pride, really.
Dan Burns returns the kickoff.
But there's not much you can do down by 35. But as we said, we'll have halftime adjustments brought to you by your local chiropractor, Dr. Mario A. Spotto. It's located in Downingtown at 305 East Lancaster Avenue. He's been nationally recognized as his work as a chiropractor, so we'll talk about what adjustments they can do. Howard gets pressured up the middle, and there's a flag on the play. I believe he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but I believe that's going to be a penalty on the Whippets in the area of offensive holding.
Offensive holding. It's declined there by Coatesville.
As it should be. Bring up second and 10. They did actually say he lost a yard, so second and 11.
Because they might want to get the football back, Mikey, and score some more.
Well, also, if you're down by this much, the best thing you can say is this is teaching moments. Also, you're going to see what kind of grit your players have. You're down by a big margin. How much fight do your players still put up? Howard's a young quarterback, only a sophomore. He rolls out the pass. Pass is dropped by Willenbrock. A little high, but he's still got to bring that down.
Yeah, that was a catchable ball. Mikey brought it into his hands and dropped it. And they could have had a first. Would have been close to a first down in that play.
Pass is incomplete.
You said you have Ortega as the D'Ambrosio Auto Group as the D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game, but there are several candidates, both young brothers, Dupree Bryant, so many choices, but I do have to agree right now it's got to be Ricky Ortega.
Yeah, he's like the maestro, Mikey, that makes everything work. And he has a lot to work with, but he does a lot on his own, too.
And Howard's going to be brought down in the backfield by Alex Raimondo. We said he had three sacks in the game.
Yeah.
Already once this season. And it's, as we feel like we're repeating ourselves, everything going right for Coatesville.
Yeah, they don't need any more weapons, but they apparently have one in Raimondo on the defensive line. Still have a minute 24. Plenty of time for Coatesville to score.
It's going to be Young with the return. He's still going, just dancing around. The only thing that I'm worried about, and I've seen this happen in games here between these teams before, because it is a rivalry, I just don't want things to get too chippy. When a team gets up by this much, they tend to be feeling themselves, very pleased. The team that is trailing, they're on edge because they're getting blown out. So hopefully we have a good, clean second half.
Great field position, Mikey, about 59 seconds to go. Ortega's back to pass, and he's going to be sacked. And it's 54 again. That's his second sack of the game.
Devon Wilson
with his second sack. So, he certainly has some talent on the defensive end, and that's a positive note for Downingtown in a game that's not been so positive.
30 seconds to go in the first half. Coatesville leading Downingtown West 35-0. And unless it's a score here or an incomplete pass, I do believe this is going to be the final play of the first half. Ortega takes it himself. And his helmet comes off. And there is a flag.
Will that be a face mask penalty, Mikey?
I do believe it will.
Yeah. I think that'll be 15 yards.
And I think that might be the only way, if your helmet comes off, you don't have to come off the field, as if it is a face mask. If it comes off because of a hit, you have to come off the field. That's one way to stop him. Very, very illegal way. As they're talking to Coach Ortega. If you're watching this game on ChesmontFootball.com, if you're looking to advertise on the Chesmont Game of the Week, call 610-269-5000. A lot of great games coming up the rest of this season. Coming up next week, we'll be at Westchester Ruston as Ruston takes on Octorara. The following week, it's Bishop Shanahan at Henderson. October 6th, it's the Battle of the Brandywine. Very talented Downingtown East team we saw defeat North Penn going up against these Downingtown West Whippets. Then the 13th, it's the Westchester battle, Westchester East versus Westchester Henderson. Penalty on the play. Then October 20th, it's Westchester East versus Downingtown West. And the final game of the season, Bishop Shanahan against these Coatesville Red Raiders, Carl.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be a good one, Mikey. Shannon's off to a great start this year.
Had a fan earlier in the season when we tweeted out our schedule saying, oh, you're only having the best team in Chesmont once in Coatesville, but after we saw Downingtown East play North Penn, they have an argument for also being the best team in Chesmont National Division. Take a drops back to pass. Incomplete. Diving for the ball was Aaron Young.
And I'll tell you, Mikey, again, a great pass. Only Aaron Young was going to catch it. He could have caught it, maybe if he ran through the ball rather than dive for it. That's how good that pass was. Every long pass has been right on target.
And they say if you're going to miss long. And that's what he did there. If you underthrow a ball, there's a better chance of it being intercepted. 35-0 Coatesville with the lead. Just over 8 seconds to go here in the first half. The downtown student section still making some noise. Pass is complete to Avery Young. And he is going to be tackled. That's going to do it here for the first half at Kampmeyer Stadium as the Coatesville Red Raiders lead the Downingtown West Whippets 35-0. Coming up after some words from our sponsors. Going to go over the first half scoring recap, go over our Mario Spotto halftime adjustments, and then we'll be back to bring us second half action only on ChesmontFootball.com.
Now, in just a moment, we will have the Coatesville Area Senior High Marching Band.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. Okay. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
She's the most important thing in our lives.
Are we doing enough to provide for her?
Protect your family for today and a lifetime of tomorrows. Life insurance from Miller's Insurance Agency, serving our Chester County community since 1975 and a partner with Erie Insurance, above all in service. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Life Insurance. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
Mike, what is going to go on at the air show on October the 7th?
We've got all type of aircraft on display. This year I think we're going to have more of a military presence on the field with some of the military aircraft from surrounding areas. And of course the whole area out in front of the tarmac is closed off for the public to go out and walk around.
Don't forget October the 7th, Chester County Airport. Mike's going to be here serving. You can even sign up to learn how to fly.
Chester County's most trusted insurance agency. Whether it's for your automobile or your home, a life insurance policy, or coverage for your business. Since 1975, Miller's Insurance Agency has been protecting homes, property, people, and businesses throughout Chester County. Miller's guides you every step of the way, providing the best options, getting you the right policy that works best for you. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Insurance Agency. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
She's the most important thing in our lives.
Are we doing enough to provide for her?
Protect your family for today and a lifetime of tomorrows. Life insurance from Miller's Insurance Agency, serving our Chester County community since 1975 and a partner with Erie Insurance. Above all, in service. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Life Insurance. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
Mike, what is going to go on at the air show on October the 7th?
We've got all type of aircraft on display. This year I think we're going to have more of a military presence on the field with some of the military aircraft from surrounding areas. And of course the whole area out in front of the tarmac is closed off for the public to go out and walk around.
Don't forget October the 7th, Chester County Airport. Mike's going to be here serving. You can even sign up to learn how to fly.
Chester County's most trusted insurance agency. Whether it's for your automobile or your home, a life insurance policy, or coverage for your business. Since 1975, Miller's Insurance Agency has been protecting homes, property, people, and businesses throughout Chester County. Miller's guides you every step of the way, providing the best options, getting you the right policy that works best for you. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Insurance Agency. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
She's the most important thing in our lives.
Are we doing enough to provide for her?
Protect your family for today and a lifetime of tomorrows. Life insurance from Miller's Insurance Agency, serving our Chester County community since 1975 and a partner with Area Insurance, above all in service. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Life Insurance. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
Mike, what is going to go on at the air show on October the 7th?
We've got all type of aircraft on display. This year I think we're going to have more of a military presence on the field with some of the military aircraft from surrounding areas. And of course the whole area out in front of the tarmac is closed off for the public to go out and walk around.
Don't forget October the 7th, Chester County Airport. Mike's going to be here serving. You can even sign up to learn how to fly.
Chester County's most trusted insurance agency. Whether it's for your automobile or your home, a life insurance policy, or coverage for your business. Since 1975, Miller's Insurance Agency has been protecting homes, property, people, and businesses throughout Chester County. Miller's guides you every step of the way, providing the best options, getting you the right policy that works best for you. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Insurance Agency. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions, Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
She's the most important thing in our lives.
Are we doing enough to provide for her?
Protect your family for today and a lifetime of tomorrows. Life insurance from Miller's Insurance Agency, serving our Chester County community since 1975 and a partner with Erie Insurance. Above all, in service. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Life Insurance. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Don't just go to any dealership, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
Mike, what is going to go on at the air show on October the 7th?
We've got all type of aircraft on display. This year I think we're going to have more of a military presence on the field with some of the military aircraft from surrounding areas. And of course the whole area out in front of the tarmac is closed off for the public to go out and walk around.
Don't forget, October the 7th, Chester County Airport. Mike's going to be here serving. You can even sign up to learn how to fly.
Chester County's most trusted insurance agency. Whether it's for your automobile or your home, a life insurance policy, or coverage for your business. Since 1975, Miller's Insurance Agency has been protecting homes, property, people, and businesses throughout Chester County. Miller's guides you every step of the way, providing the best options, getting you the right policy that works best for you. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Insurance Agency. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
Good evening, football fans, or I should say welcome back. We are live at Kottmeyer Stadium. It is halftime of the Downingtown West Coatesville game. Coatesville leads 35-0. Carl, tell us about how we got to this 35-0 score, giving us our first half score recap.
All right, Mikey, Coatesville started off with a touchdown run by Aaron Young of 5 yards to put them up 7-0. Then we had an interception return of 3 yards by Tion Holmes to make it 14-0. Avery Young scored on a pass play of 6 yards to make it 21-0. And then he hit a long one to Dupree Bryant in the first quarter from 67 yards to make it 28-0. And then in the second quarter, another big pass play, Ortega to Aaron Young. Touchdown, make it 35-0, Mikey.
So Downingtown West clearly, Coach Mike Milano needed to make some adjustments at halftime. And hey, need a little adjustment. Maybe you tweak your back. I just moved. My back was hurting a little bit. You need to go see a chiropractor. It's like Dr. Mario Espada, your local chiropractor, has been recognized nationally for his work as a chiropractor. He's located in Downingtown, and he brings us our halftime adjustments. Could give Dr. Spotto a call at 610-269-7662. And Carl, our Dr. Mario Spotto halftime adjustments, we were talking about them during our break. Gonna have to say my halftime adjustment is for the offense to, quite simply, fundamental football. Just make sure you're holding on to the ball and trying to work to get a positive play each play. So my adjustment, just get back to the basics. Carl, your halftime adjustment for the Whippets.
Well, I'm going to go to the defensive end, Mikey, where we saw some good play by Tajon Wilson, and maybe he can rally these Downingtown West Whippets and hold these high-flying Coatesville team to a shutout in the second half. That would be a good goal. This coming back from 35-0 is going to be difficult. But they had some very good plays on defense, just that they're such a big play team.
And those were our halftime adjustments brought to you by Dr. Mario Espada. So the Whippets will receive. We're waiting for the Red Raiders to get out on the field. Folks, again, if you've got a business want to advertise during the ChesmontFootball.com Chesmont Game of the Week, give us a call at 610-269-5000. And fans, hey, follow us on Twitter at ChesmontFB. And you tonight send us a tweet or like one of our tweets, retweet us. You can win a Downingtown West t-shirt. So if you're a Whippet fan a little down about the score right now, get a free t-shirt. Be sure to like 3CTV Live on Facebook and follow 3CTV Live on Instagram. Red Raiders out on the field. One of the many kickers that Coatesville has. And not the way you wanted to start again for Downingtown as the return man's knee hits the ground. And you're going to have to start right when your knee goes down because this is high school, just like college. Your knee goes down, you are down there. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Whippets. Ball on their own 8-yard line.
Yes, that was Jackson Lundberg, who unfortunately, I don't think he wanted to do that, Mikey, but he was not real athletic on that play as he wasn't able to catch the ball and keep his knee from hitting the ground.
Run by Owen Landis. That's what we talked about, just getting some positive plays. Pick up a 5. We always talk about it. Get 4 yards a carry. You're going to get first downs.
It's 2nd down and 5, 13.
Nice hit there. Couple Red Raiders driving Landis down into the ground. Carl, obviously key for Downingtown to get a couple first downs on this drive, put some points on the board finally. Their defense finally got a break at halftime, but they don't want to have to put them right back out on the field.
Right, they're coming out strong, trying to run the football, which is the thing they probably should be doing right now.
And Howard's pass thrown into the dirt. The man he was trying to pass it to was Owen Landis. There was double coverage there. And there was, I don't know if it was a miscommunication on the route because he was throwing what looked like an out route. Landis was still running up the field. And the Whippets are going to have to punt. Although I don't know if it was a flag or, well, I don't see a flag on the ground, but the refs are getting together talking about something. I want to say it's because we should be in the mercy rule right now, and the clock did stop. And now the clock is going. That was what the conversation was about. Even though it was an incomplete pass, when a team is up by 35 in the second half, they do what's called the mercy rule, where you're going to have a running clock. That's why the refs got together. The clock had stopped at the 10:46 mark. So Downingtown with the punts. Takes a Whippet bounce. It's going to be down at the 49-yard line. Coatesville is going to try to extend their lead after this word from the Flying Machine Cafe.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
And we are back at Kottmeyer Stadium. Coatesville trying to extend their lead. They lead 35-0. Again, it is a running clock as we have the mercy rule in effect. Downingtown West trying to get their third consecutive stop, I want to say, Carl.
Yeah.
Pass is complete to Avery Young. And I don't know if I want to say he did not step out of bounds. He did not. It's, hey, they start the half off first play of their opening offensive drive. Another Red Raider first down.
After the 11-yard gain, 12-yard gain. It's first down to 39.
Carl, I'm still sticking with Ricky Ortega as being our D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game. Unless Aaron Young busts out a phenomenal run here, or it's just another phenomenal catch by Bryant or Avery Young bailing out a poor pass.
Yeah,
but
Mike,
we haven't seen any poor passes.
Yeah, it's definitely a team effort, Mikey, and Ortega's the one running the show, and he's doing it masterfully. Having a terrific game.
If there was ever a game to have joint winners, it would be this one. 1st and 10, ball on the 39. Coatesville running clock down, running the play clock down. And that's Aaron Young with the big run. Another Red Raider first down. Carl, I think we're going to see them. Oh, there's a flag. I think we're going to see what happened for the Red Raiders when they played Reading. They're going to give their starters maybe a drive or two here in the second half, and then the entire fourth quarter is just going to be backups. It is a penalty on Coatesville. I think secretly Coach Matt Ortega likes to see something like that because it gives him a little bit something more to coach about. You always find something to try and work on, but penalties were a problem in their only loss of the season. Again, when they lost to Cumberland Valley, 15 penalties for 128 yards. That's not something you're used to seeing from a Coatesville team, even though they are young. First and 17. Ball on the Whippet 46-yard line. Screen pass to Avery Young, the bubble screen. Whippets miss on the tackle, and finally Young runs out of bounds.
Pass complete to Avery Young.
Runs out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, always good to put your ball in your hands of your great talented players like they have out in the open where they can make plays. And Downingtown West doesn't have the speed guys to stop them from.
And as they're running some time off the play clock here, I want to take this time to talk about our friends at the Beaver Creek Tavern. Whether you're looking for the best burgers in Chester County, a place to host your private event, or a relaxing place to enjoy daily food and drink specials, Beaver Creek Tavern has you covered. Serving classic American fare with gluten-free and vegetarian options available. To get the party started, call them at call them at 484-593-0481 or visit them at 1350 Bondsville Road in Downingtown. We'll see you there.
Pass complete to Dante Cruz.
Nice pass play to Dante Cruz, and he carried some of the Downingtown West Whippets 4 or 5 yards.
You know, I'm going to be curious to see when we do get to their backups, what more talent they have coming up in the upcoming years.
That's actually a good point, Mikey, as we get to see some of their other players. We know they have outstanding group of starters on the offense.
I mean, I remember seeing Alexander a couple years ago when in a blowout game, and now he's a senior. So who's going to be the next studs for the Red Raiders? Ortega rolls out, completes the pass to Avery Young. Just the footwork he has as a receiver, just making sure he gets both feet down. I'm wrong. That's Summers. They have so many good receivers. They're all just blending together, Carl.
They do, and he's another excellent one. I can see a lot of these guys playing in college programs, Mikey.
They are generating a lot of interest.
It's first down and 10 for Coatesville on the 26.
When we saw Ricky Ortega last year, Mikey, he would be off and on with his passing. He is right on target on every throw.
First and 10, ball on the 26. Handoff goes to Kirk. Starting to get some backup, some time, Carl.
Yep, it's good to see somebody new on the attack here. This is Eric Kirk getting a carry.
Eric Kirk, the ball carrier.
I have a feeling we might not see Avery Young the rest of the game. He took a little bit of a big hit on his last carry.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to see, like you said, to see your other young players and give your other guys a little bit of rest. You always have a chance of injury.
Second and 7, Coatesville. Ortega drops back the pass. Completes it, spinning away from the tackler is Summers.
They've been successful all night on that short pass out where they're just too quick for the corners.
It's tough to cover. We saw one completion earlier in the first half. That was the play where we weren't 100% sure who made the play, where the Whippet defensive back tried to cut off the route to intercept it, but the ball got there so quickly because you have a talented quarterback, a group of talented receivers. Hard to stop.
Yeah, Summers knew what he was going to do on that play. As soon as he caught the ball, that spin move, he was ready. He was going for it. It worked beautifully.
First and goal from the 7. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball's thrown up. And touchdown. Coatesville, that time it is Summers with the reception, and he just threw it up. The coverage was right there, but he was able to jump up.
Actually, very easy, Mikey. Coverage was there, but doesn't physically have the talent to stop that play. It's just Summers is just too strong. easily came down with the football.
I'm going to try and say his first name, even though I'm pretty sure I'm going to butcher it. Katero Summers.
That sounds right, Mikey.
As
Katero
the
Summers.
PA announcer said it was
He's
young
had a
again,
terrific. He was had a terrific game in his own right.
Yeah, he's been robbed by 2 catches from the PA announcer here.
Yes.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 42-0. Coatesville with the lead. We'll be back after this word from the D'Ambrosio Auto Group.
Don't just go to any dealership. Go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown. For the biggest savings, best selection, and the best deals. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks and up to $8,000 off Jeep Cherokees. Go to the Big Lot with thousands of Jeeps and Ram trucks and over 150 Jeep Wranglers in stock. For the name you can trust for over 35 years, go to the Big Lot. Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group, Destination Downingtown.
And we are back at Kottmeyer Stadium. Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. It's been all Coatesville tonight. 42-0 is their lead. Another great job on that drive by the Red Raiders, just driving down the field.
And Mikey, just to point out, Ortega's thrown 4 touchdown passes tonight to 4 different receivers.
Just shows the talent they have. But another perfectly thrown ball because the coverage was there. As you have the Coatesville student section singing na 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 na, hey 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 goodbye, as there are some Whippet fans leaving, though the student section's still pretty full for Downtown West. I don't know if anybody's left from that section.
That's still a pretty full crowd here.
The Whippets are going to start off with the ball on their 23-yard line, looking to get their first points of the game.
Dan Burns returns the kickoff.
Barnabas Westchester is a group that exists to help people who are involved in some sort of career transition. Whether you're unemployed, underemployed, or returning to the workplace after a long absence, or maybe just thinking about switching careers, we're here to help you. Barnabas Westchester meets in the community room of Providence Church, located at 430 Hannam Avenue in Westchester, every Monday morning from 6:30 to 7:30. Everyone is welcome to attend. For more information, go to barnabaswc.org or email us at info@barnabas.org. New quarterback in the game, it looks like, Carl. Mitchell McHale? Am I seeing his number wrong? That's going to be a good run. First, are they going to give him the first down? They're starting him just short.
Yes, Mikey, that is Mitchell McHale, who's quarterbacking.
Listed as a free safety. And they have other...
Yeah, they have Kyle Geiser, who we saw last year.
Who's a senior captain, but maybe they're just trying to get McHale some time. He's also a senior.
Actually, Will Howard does not look good tonight, Mikey. He's just not been able to do anything.
McHale runs into his own man.
Oh, boy.
Incomplete. It's just not been the Whippets night tonight, Carl.
That wasn't pretty at all. I'm not too sure what they're going to be able to do.
I want to see for these kids, just them to get some points. It just, as we said, just for pride at this point. Carried by Siliberto.
Siliberto carries the football.
Going to bring up 3rd and 8. And it's a running clock due to the mercy rule, so it's been a very quick quarter. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, 42-0 Coatesville with the lead. Just a reminder, next week's Chesmont Game of the Week is Octorara at Westchester Ruston. I believe it's Octorara's final season in Chesmont. It looked like offsides.
Coatesville jumped on that play.
Can't see the number. If they turn, it looked like, there we go,
53.
John Meeks. Gonna make it more manageable, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, John was a little anxious on that play as he tried to beat the snap count, and he guessed wrong.
He's a sophomore. Again, McHale at quarterback. It is a screen pass. There was pressure in his face, but that's because the offensive line is supposed to let the defense get there. His receiver, Siliberto, was open, but just clearly not used to having the pressure. That could have gone for a decent gain, at least a first down.
Yeah, actually, they executed that play beautifully. The quarterback just didn't get him the ball in his hands. It would have clearly been a first down, and maybe not maybe even a big play.
I mean, there was a good competition in the offseason at quarterback between Geyser and Howard, so not sure why we're seeing McHale at quarterback. Maybe they just wanted to get him some time since he is a senior, but that clearly was a play made by an inexperienced quarterback. The Whippets are going to punt. No need to go for it in your own territory. Give Coatesville great field position. Started with the punt.
Pretty good punt there.
Cruz back to return, but he lets it bounce.
Now, will they bring out Ortega here? Or
I don't believe there should be any reason he should be out on this field, but we're going to find out after this word from Miller's Insurance.
She's the most important thing in our lives.
Are we doing enough to provide for her?
Protect your family for today and a lifetime of tomorrows. Life insurance from Miller's Insurance Agency, serving our Chester County community since 1975 and a partner with Erie Insurance. Above all, in service. Contact us today for a no-cost consultation. Miller's Life Insurance. We're here today for your tomorrows. Visit online at miainc.com.
We are back at Kottmeyer Stadium. Coatesville with the 42-0 lead. Minute 12 to go in the third quarter. Bad snap on the play. It's the first snap for the new quarterback, Eddie Easterday. Not helping him out. It's the first snap of the game, Carl. Ball in the dirt. The running back fell on it. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
Loss of 7 on the play on the fumble recovered by Coatesville. It will be 2nd and 17.
Loss of 7. Scoreboard operator changed it up on us there. .30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Coatesville's got primarily backups, if not all backups in. Another low snap. That carry by Harris. And that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Coatesville leads Downingtown West 42-0. It's been all Red Raiders tonight. We'll be back after this word from Chester County Transmission.
Hi, this is Andy at Chester County Transmissions. We're a full-service automotive shop here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania that also specializes in transmission and driveline repair. Just so you know, for all your automotive needs, we're here to take care of you. State inspections, whatever you need. Our number here is 610-384-2879.
Good morning, Chester County Transmissions. Rich speaking. How can I help you?
Please stop in, give us a call. God bless.
Mike, what is going to go on at the air show on October the 7th?
We've got all type of aircraft on display. This year, I think we're going to have more of a military presence on the field with some of the military aircraft from surrounding areas. And of course, the whole area out in front of the tarmac is closed off for the public to go out and walk around.
Don't forget, October the 7th, Chester County Airport. Mike's going to be here serving. You can even sign up to learn how to fly.
And we are back at Kottmeyer Stadium. It is the Coatesville Red Raiders 42, the Downingtown West Whippets nothing. And the fourth quarter brought to you by the Lincoln Diner. We're telling you about them in just a moment after this play. A handoff for a gain of 4. And the fourth quarter brought to you by Lincoln Diner. Go to the Lincoln Diner this week. Mention that you saw this ad on the Chesmont Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com. Get 10% off your meal. Carl went there about 3 weeks ago, had a great meal, got a roast beef platter. My mom was happy. She got chicken croquettes. She said she hadn't had them since she was a kid, just like she had back then. Everyone that ate there with us that day had a great meal, and it was fantastic portions for a great price. The Lincoln Diner located in Coatesville. That ball bounced off of a Whippet, and Coatesville gets the ball right back.
That's just poor recognition, Mikey, by number 60, who had no clue where the ball was. You have to be able to recognize where the ball is in relationship to where you are. And
inexperienced players in the game there.
Correct, inexperience, a learning point, but just a poor punt, and then it works out in Coatesville's favor.
He had no idea where that ball was.
No, he had no clue. I'm sure he was shocked that it hit him.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like a good neighbor, Will L. Anderson is there. That's right, Will L. Anderson, your local State Farm agent. He's located at 38 West Lancaster Avenue in Downingtown. Need some auto insurance, homeowners insurance? Will has you covered. You can reach him at 610-873-9957 or visit him online at www.willeanderson.net. That's right, like a good neighbor, Will L. Anderson is there.
Yeah, this is why, Mikey, that Coatesville's some of their stats, which are tremendous, are not as good as they could be because they don't play close games.
And I thought Coatesville actually had the recovery there. Downingtown actually somehow fell on it.
I didn't see that. I could have sworn Coatesville had recovered, but that's good.
With that carry is Tyler Alston, the sophomore fullback.
Yeah, that was a nice little play there. Good little trap play, and got him 5 yards.
Well, that's different. I just looking at the program saw something I've never seen before. They have a player listed in Downingtown. His position is listed as $2 signs. Flag on the play before the snap. Offsides on Coatesville. The Chesmont Game of the Week brought to you by SWI. That's right, Service Wholesale Incorporated. They are located at 4810 Horseshoe Pike in Downingtown. SWI is your place to go for building materials and products. They supply quality materials to building, construction, remodeling, and lumber industries. You can reach them at 610-518-5187. Their motto, service with integrity. Alston with the run again. He's going to get a first down and then some. 2 decent runs. I know he's going up against some backups, but hey, he has backup offensive linemen in.
Alston picks up the first down for the Whippets. 1st and 10 on the 30.
42-0 is your score. Running clock going due to the mercy rule. Whippets looking to get on the board here on this drive. Screen pass to Ciliberto. He's still in the game, Carl, but he is also a senior, so sometimes you like to try and get seniors in or, that maybe don't get as many touches, and you also like to see the young guys in. So we're seeing a mixture of that right now for the Whippets.
Right. The quarterback finally executed a play there on the passing.
And he was very exact on that pass. I saw him stand there, wait, and guide that ball in. He did what he needed to do. Man in motion. Alston loses the ball. He falls right back on top of it. I think he was thinking about the cut he was going to make before he realized, worried about securing the football.
A little upset at himself, Mikey, there, but he'll shake it off.
3rd and 2. Again, after the game, we're going to announce the D'Ambrosio Auto Group Player of the Game, so stay tuned for that. Pass is incomplete. It's the second time we saw McHale have an open receiver, but just couldn't get it there. try to get it to Siliberto. I think I've butchered his name a couple of times tonight. Although the way the score has been, I think that's going to be the least of the problems right now. But I'd like to see the Whippets still having some fight. 4th and 3. Pass complete. Nice pass. Great reception. Nick Verano, the senior tight end. Good throw there, Carl.
Yeah, good throw. Nice catch. Good play. See if they can get in the end zone and break this shutout.
1st and 10, ball at the 12-yard line. And that's going to be, are they marking him down? Oh, I thought he got in. Tyler Austin, good hard run, pickup of 11. Why didn't we see him in earlier, Carl?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure, but at least they have somebody who might be a future star for them.
I'd give him the ball again. He deserves it after that run. And what's funny is he's listed as a fullback, but they have the running back listed move a little bit further up on him, but he is in motion. And that is going to be Austin with the carry. As we see some fans, the ball boys signaling touchdown. Coatesville came up with the ball. They're going to mark him down. Surprised he wasn't able to get in there. The offensive line looked like they had gotten some good movement. But nice job by the Coatesville defensive line. Even the backups, Carl, winning the battles in the trenches.
Yeah, and the thing is, on that play, Coatesville knew they were going to hand the ball off to him, so they were ready for it. And let's see if they give it to him again. Quarterback sneak. That's a touchdown.
It is the Whippets' first points of the game. Mitchell McHale with the 1-yard quarterback keeper. The shutout is over. 42-6, Coatesville with the lead. As the Whippets getting ready to go for 2, I guess looking to make it a little bit closer in the scoreboard. And they are going to be stopped short, so the score is 42-6. We'll be right back after this word from the Flying Machine Cafe.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
Well, we have a restaurant on the field here called Flying Machine Cafe, and we've been here since 1997. It's a full-service restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You have an excellent view of the airfield and aircraft.
And I know that you guys got some of the best French onion soup that could be made in the world. So don't forget, come down and have lunch. See Mike, the owner. He might even give you a discount.
Never can tell.
We are back at Kampmeyer Stadium. Downingtown finally gets on the board. They elect to go for 2. Don't get it. But it's no longer a 0 under the home name on the scoreboard, Carl.
Yeah, but it's a nice little consolation prize for some of the reserves. And Mitchell McHale, it was a good call there because they were probably expecting him to go back to the running back Tyler Austin again. So the play up the middle worked perfectly, easily got into the end zone there. Gives them some points, something to hold their hat to.
Folks, don't forget, go ahead and send us a tweet, retweet us, follow us on Twitter during this game at Chesmont FB. You can win a Downingtown West t-shirt as that kickoff goes into the end zone and out the back of the end zone. Red Raiders going to start the drive on the 20. Also, Carl, can like us on Facebook at 3CTV Live. Follow us on Instagram at 3CTV Live. Just because these broadcasts now are on ChesmontFootball.com, don't forget to check out 3CTVLive.com. A lot of great local events on there. You know, every year they got the Coatesville Christmas Parade. 3CTVLive.com, ChesmontFootball.com. We'll take you there. Well, Carl, Oxford in another close game. The Shields scored for them. I believe they missed their 2-point conversion, so the score of that game was 28-26, but they're still undefeated right now.
Are they winning that game, Mikey, or losing it?
Trying to figure that out based on how they have it listed. I want to say they are trailing, and that's why they went for the 2.
Right.
On that carry is Harris. You know what? They are trailing. They are trailing Ruston, who we are seeing next week. It was an Oxford interception, a quick touchdown, and then Oxford missed the 2, and that is late in the third quarter because, again, we have a running clock here, so we are a lot further along in our game than a lot of the other games in the area. Avongrove leading 49-0 in their game. And that was Easterday, the quarterback, running the ball. Shanahan's leading their matchup 14-3. Unionville destroying Kennett 43-12. Among those points for Unionville, a blocked punt for a touchdown. That was a good Unionville team. They didn't play their best game last week. It was a bit of a slick field, but as usual, Pat Clark has his team playing well. And speaking of a coach having their team play well, Coach Matt Ortega, Carl, going to have an interview with him after the game as that pass is complete. It's going to bring up a 4th down, though, for Coatesville. But we'll have an interview with Coach Ortega after the game, and we're going to name the Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game, which, Carl, I believe it's safe to say is going to be the coach's son, Ricky Ortega. Coatesville gets ready to punt. The Whippets let it bounce. Carl, your thoughts about Coatesville going forward? I know they lost once this year, but I mean, they seem like they are destined for a game against Downingtown East that's going to decide Chesmont. Just your thoughts since we've seen both those teams.
Yeah, we've seen both those teams, Mike. It's going to be interesting to see somebody who can keep up with them, and that's going to be a fantastic game. They're not destined to lose. They just have too much talent. I think Downingtown East is the only one that can challenge them.
Flag on the play. Carry by Lundberg. Gonna have to see what the call is. It's a nice run there. We're gonna have to see.
Illegal participation against Coatesville.
It was against Coatesville. Illegal participation. It's going to be 1st down for the Whippets. Harlow with the carry. Looking up when that game is coming up. It's going to be on the October 20th is the Coatesville Downingtown East game, the second to last game of the season. As Carl's heading down to the field to get ready to interview Coach Ortega. Just going to have to hear a little bit more of me. Another solid run by Tyler Alston. I've been very impressed with him since he's come into this game. I do agree it was the correct decision to not give him the carry again on that play that led to the that was the Downingtown touchdown, because they did give it to him previous couple of plays. But liking what I'm seeing from him, the sophomore fullback. 3:15 to go, 42-6 is your score. Looks like Coatesville jumped early, no flag. Great hit on the play. That's Frankie Sherman.
Pass complete to Siliberto.
Siliberto caught it, but nice job by the Red Raider defense. So many talented players on this Coatesville team, and as we've been saying all game, a lot of them are sophomores and juniors, so they'll be playing for this team for the next couple years. Very scary for the rest of Chesmont and the rest of District 1. 2nd and 12, ball on the 40. Alston with the carry. Takes it up to the 34. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Whippets. I have to say, the Downingtown West student section has not emptied, cheering their team on till the end. Kale rolls out. He's got Alston open. Pass is complete. Going to be short of the first down. Going to bring up 4th and manageable.
Pass complete to Austin for 3 yards on the play. 4th down.
Minute 30 to go in the 4th quarter. Whippets trail the Red Raiders 42-6. Going to fall for the 2nd straight year in blowout fashion to the Red Raiders. Siliberto with the carry. He's got the first down. Good hard run. That's going to bring the all-time series since Downingtown West split to Coatesville 9 wins to Downingtown West 7. And the all-time series to Coatesville 61 wins, Downingtown 51 with 6 ties. Cal drops back the pass. That's Siliberto wide open. Nice job, though, by the Red Raider defense to get there and make the quick tackle.
Pass complete to Siliberto. Nazir Loppin on the play. No gain. It's 2nd down and 10.
This might be the final play of the game as we're under 20 seconds. Kale drops back the pass. He's getting pressured. And I want to say that's an incomplete pass. His arm was going forward. But since we are on the mercy rule, the clock keeps running. 2 seconds, 1 second. Coatesville goes to 3-1 as they've defeated Downingtown West 42-6 in this Chesmont National Division action. It was all Coatesville tonight. Both young brothers with phenomenal games. Summers with a great game. Dupree Bryant with a big play. Ricky Ortega did whatever he wanted, running the ball, throwing the ball tonight. As we are going to have Carl Runman on the field with a post-game interview with the victorious coach, Coach Ortega. Again, his son getting the D'Ambrosio Auto Group Player of the Game. That's right, Matt Ortega coached his team to a great victory. His son, Ricky Ortega, the D'Ambrosio Auto Group Player of the Game. Downingtown West is going to go to 2-2 on the season. They fell in their season opener, won the next 2. Not much really they could have done tonight. They had some plays where they had great coverage. It was just phenomenal job by Ortega making the throws where only his man can get it. He had his receivers. Avery Young makes a one-handed catch. Summers makes a great catch in the back of the end zone. They did everything they needed to tonight. I'm sure Carl's going to also want to talk to Coach Ortega about the performance of the defense. What a job by Coatesville. They're going to be very tough to beat. Going to be very curious to see who wins their matchup against Downingtown East coming up on October 20th.
We'd like to thank everyone for attending tonight's game. Drive safely and have a good weekend. Good night.
And this is the first game in Chesmont play for both Coatesville and Downingtown. So Coatesville, of course, will go to 1-0. Downingtown West to 0-1. It's Coach Ortega talking to his players following this decisive victory. Was never in doubt as they scored on their opening drive of the game. And then on Downingtown's first drive of the game, Coatesville gets the easy interception return for the touchdown. Only one touchdown in the third quarter. That was Summers with the 4-yard touchdown reception. And there was Downingtown West finally getting on the board in the fourth quarter as it was Mitchell McHale with the quarterback sneak. Positive notes for Downingtown. They did have 2 good defensive stops right before the half. They had some good pressure on the quarterback, but then offensively really couldn't get much at all going. Coatesville, offensively, great game. Defensively, great game. And we're going to go down to Carl Rumman on the field with the victorious coach, Coach Matt Ortega. Take it away, Carl.
Coach Ortega, your son Ricky had a great game tonight. I see a great jump in his progression from last year. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely something. At the start of the season, there's definitely areas of his game that we wanted to improve. And definitely tonight showed that he's improving with his reading coverages and finding the open guys and just getting better at running our offense.
Absolutely. Also, you had a lot of great offensive players. Obviously, I want to focus on Katara Summers tonight because he had a great game. What can you say about the young man?
It's funny because he seems to be like the spare tire. All year it's like it's Dupree Bryan, it's Aaron Young, it's Avery, it's Ricky, and then Cartero's always been that fifth wheel. Tonight was a great night for him to show what he can do, and it's another weapon, and it was good to see him get confidence tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Great game.
Yep, thank you.
This is Carl Rudman saying goodbye for football.com, brought to you by 3CTVlive.com. Good night.
Again, that was Carl Rumman with the victorious coach, Coach Ortega. Again, his son, Ricky Ortega, the D'Ambrosio Auto Group player of the game. Your final score, Coatesville 42, Downingtown West 6. Be sure to tune in next week for the Chesmont Football Game of the Week on ChesmontFootball.com as it's Westchester Ruston playing host to Octorara. We'll see you there. Good night.